By now, most of you know that I promote naturopathy or natural wellness without really using drugs for the purpose of treatment. For all of you who have seen my past videos would understand that I promote the natural healing potential of this body without the use of drugs or medicines. So here, today we are going to discuss about eczema, a skin condition that most people across the world are facing today. Whether it is children, whether it is adults, any of them definitely have many rising concerns of eczema on their skin. We have two approaches of healing eczema. Either we do it in the form of creams and lotions or any topical treatments that are only going to take care of the peripheral issue or the symptoms that eczema shows up, or we have a choice of addressing it from the root cause by eliminating all those conditions that will trigger something like an eczema. If you are the one who prefers the latter, which means treating it from the root cause and not just getting caught up only by the symptoms, then this video is for you. Alright, so first let's understand what is eczema. So the moment we speak about eczema is a skin condition. Essentially, it is an inflammation of the skin. You may see people having red patches on their skin. It could be hands or their legs or somewhere behind their neck in different parts of the body. It could be red patches or it could be dots that are red in color. These could be itchy sometimes. That indicates a condition called eczema. These red patches or these red dots are called vesicles. These vesicles primarily contain two main things. It contains heat and it contains toxins. Many a times when eczema gets worse, people have noticed that these vesicles actually break up, and when they break up, a liquid starts oozing out. Usually this liquid is colorless or it is even odorless. But this liquid is actually the toxin buildup inside your body that is trying to release itself out of the body. Remember, our body has the potential to heal itself and it does not want to retain toxins within you. And hence, your body is trying to do everything it can to be able to throw all of those toxins out. There are four main pathways through which these toxins can go out of your body. One is through your stools, for which your colon is working. Number two, through your urine, for which your kidneys are working. Number three, through your breath. That means when you breathe out, when you exhale, you're releasing certain toxins and your lungs are working for it. And the fourth is through your skin. It can be by the way of perspiration when your skin is trying to throw out toxins, or it could even be your acne or pimple or a condition like eczema or psoriasis. When these vesicles break out and a liquid starts oozing out, it is moist, and in this state of moisture, it attracts a lot of bacteria towards it, and this bacterial infection will start leading to itchiness on the skin. People tend to scratch in these places and this infection can really become very worse. First, let's understand what are the causes of eczema. Now, eczema is essentially a toxin buildup inside your body that is trying to throw itself out through your skin. We had Maharshi Sushruta, who is also called the father of Ayurvedic surgery. Now, this Maharshi Sushruta had told us that a lot of toxin buildup inside our body does not only happen because of our diet or because of any external conditions like pollutants or infections or allergies, but a lot of it has to do with your mental condition, which means if you are taking stress, if you are taking a lot of emotional baggage that you are carrying along with you, then this emotional baggage, this stress, this emotional negativity, this fear that you have built up inside your body over a period of time is not going anywhere out. It is only staying in your body, building up on toxins, and one fine day manifesting as an eczema or a psoriasis, or it could even be a tumor, or it could be a fibroid or many other conditions. It could even be a lump in your breast. These four pathways of toxin excretion that I just mentioned, which is your stools or your sweat, which is your skin is working for it, or your Kidneys are working by releasing it through your urine or even your breath, where your lungs are working. Now, all of this does not have to have blocked pathways. When the pathways get blocked, it is difficult for those toxins to release out very naturally, and hence eruptions happen in the form of skin diseases. Sometimes it could be a smaller eruption like an acne or a pimple, and sometimes larger like a skin disorder, and sometimes it could even converge to a cancer. So the first reason why an eczema happens is because of toxin accumulation into your body. This toxin accumulation into your body can be because of mental conditions, your thoughts, your negativity, your fear buildup, or your emotional baggage, or it could even be because of the diet that you are consuming, because of the wrong food habits that you have, or it could even be because of the environmental pollutants wherein your skin is getting exposed to chemicals or even external pollution. Now, say for example, you are somebody who is used to using a lot of creams and lotions and cosmetics and things that are directly getting absorbed by your skin. It is entering inside your bloodstream, and your body, which cannot tolerate toxicity beyond a level, is going to try and throw it out in ways like this. The other reason why an eczema can happen is because of certain allergens, allergic reactions. And the most common allergens in this world are wheat, the hybridized wheat, or the maida, the refined maida that you are using, or it could be the refined sugar, or it could be dairy. Gone are those days when dairy was very pure and very good for our body. Today's dairy is mostly chemicals, and it is leading to a lot of inflammatory conditions in children and in adults. The other allergens can be your animal protein, so whether you're consuming too much of meat, or it could be eggs. And sometimes it is also peanuts. Now, peanuts have also come into a category of allergens. So what should a person with eczema do? Are there certain things that they need to consume and they need to avoid? Yes, let's discuss them one by one. Anybody who is suffering from eczema must want to detoxify their entire body, and this detoxifying agent requires a detergent that will go inside your body and cleanse your entire system. It will clean your blood, it will remove the blockages, it will take care of all those nasty toxins and flush it out of your body by excretion. Now, this detergent that is required for your body is fruit. So whether it is your fruits or whether it is your raw vegetables, anybody with eczema must have a 70% of their diet focused on fruits and vegetables. It's a good idea to go ahead with a fruit fast for a complete day. It's going to cleanse your body very, very thoroughly. These fruits and these raw vegetables contain live enzymes. They have phytonutrients, and they make sure that the detoxification happens absolutely well, reduce the inflammation in your body, which shows up by the way of reduction in cases like eczema. The best fruit that a person with eczema can consume is muskmelon. It is extremely useful and has shown phenomenal results when it comes to conditions like eczema. The other foods that can help you with eczema is spinach or even carrot juice. Carrot juice has also shown phenomenal results in cases like eczema. The other food that can help you phenomenally is your berries. Any berry, whether it is strawberry or a raspberry, or it is Indian gooseberry, which is your amla, or it can be even the bear that you get in the market, which is locally available in India, the green from outside and white from inside. All of this berry family is extremely good to have when it comes to this condition. Sprouts can phenomenally help. These sprouts can be alfalfa sprouts or it can be mung sprouts. Both of these have a great contribution in helping to reduce conditions like eczema. You can easily substitute your other oils with coconut oil because your skin cells are made up of fat, and coconut oil is the best form of fat that you can give for your skin healing. What you need to avoid, apart from the allergens that I just mentioned, is coffee, and the tea, and dairy for sure, because it is causing a lot of inflammatory conditions today. Avoid all kinds of processed foods or packaged foods, because this is dead food. It does not contain any live enzymes. It's not going to create life for you, and your skin cells are not going to heal because you consume something processed, ultra processed or packaged. You need live food to make sure that you give a new life to your skin and to your body as a whole. Absolutely stay away from the junk food, street food, or most importantly, your sugar, the refined white sugar. Terrible it is for a condition like this. Did you know that a combination of coconut oil mixed with a little bit of pink rock salt can be extremely good to just dab over the areas which have eczema? So I wouldn't say rub it, because when you rub it, you're going to irritate the skin even more and it's going to cause a little more harm to that inflamed condition. So you just may want to dab it and after some time, wash it off. The next best thing is your sunlight. Too much of sunlight is definitely going to increase irritation in this sensitive condition. But whenever it is your mild sunlight in the early mornings, or even when it is just before the sunset, 2 hours before the sunset, that is the time when you need to expose your skin to the sun. And sun is not only going to be an antibacterial, which is going to take care of that bacterial infection on your skin, it is also going to increase your vitamin D, and it is going to help you increase your immunity to fight all of those toxins within you. The next best thing as a therapy can be a cold compress. So when you put ice on such conditions, it helps in healing. The moment you put hot water or a hot compress, it's going to probably create that moisture again. It's going to irritate your skin more, but an ice compress definitely helps you get relief from such conditions. Remember, especially these skin conditions are going to get a little pronounced the moment you start doing all of these treatments, because when you start all of this, your body is going to try and throw more and more toxins out of the body, and hence sometimes these acne or these pimples or this eczema or the psoriasis may show up as increasing, but that doesn't have to stop you from this treatment. Anything that is going to eliminate with a burst and then settle down. So a little bit of pronounced effect, a little bit of increase for a temporary period is normal, because your body is just trying to throw out all of those toxins because you have given it the right conditions or the right environment now. All of this will be incomplete if I do not mention pranayama. Deep breathing has phenomenal effects on your body. Just the fact that you're taking in air and you're breathing out all the toxins out of your body consciously in a rhythmatic pattern makes a tremendous difference to eczema. Try this on a regular basis. Do not skip your pranayam, whether it is for 15 minutes or half an hour. Your pranayam is going to make a tremendous difference as far as your condition of eczema is concerned. I hope this was helpful. If you have loved the content, then please like, share and subscribe. I would love to hear from you in the form of your comments, and I personally will make sure to reply to each one of them. Till we meet again in another video, like, share, subscribe, and I shall see you. Namaste.